Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Garmin Venu 2 Plus. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. And I do want to let you guys know I've done a full unboxing of this watch, so if you've missed that, you can find it in the top right or in the description below. So I have the Garmin Venu 2 Plus here in the color Ivory Cream Gold. And the current price as of recording is $589.99 Canadian or $449.99 American. All right guys, so this is what it looks like on me. And I do have a 7-inch wrist. Coming over to the bottom, I do go up to the 10th hole from the bottom here. And I have all the wrist sizes this can fit on screen for you guys. This is honestly like one of the biggest watches I've ever worn, being a 1.3-inch display here, guys. So I think this is a really nice looking watch, guys, and it's definitely comfortable to wear, but I am finding it a bit too big in the kind of case size, the display here. It's just like, it's kind of like the exact size of my wrist. Like, it's just too large for me, but I think this would be better on someone with a larger wrist. I definitely do prefer smaller watches because this one's kind of massive. So I think some women out there and some men with smaller wrists might not like that. So I really would have loved if Garmin came out with like a Venu 2S Plus that was smaller in profile, smaller band, but unfortunately they didn't do that. So now I'm gonna go into the major spec highlights about this watch. It has a 1.3-inch AMOLED color display. It has an optional always on display, but keep in mind guys, when you do turn this on, your battery life does get very poor, typically around 2 to 3 days. The lens here is made of Gorilla Glass 3. It has a quoted battery life of up to 9 days as a smartwatch or 10 days with battery saver mode on. It has a built-in mic, Bluetooth calling, a built-in speaker, voice assistant. It has touchscreen operation with 3 buttons. It has a 20mm quick release band, a water rating of 5 ATM or 50 meters, so you can definitely swim in it, go out in the rain, the snow, wash dishes, shower, all that stuff. It has built-in pulse ox, track your blood oxygen saturation. It has women's health tracking, built-in Bluetooth, GPS, GLONASS. It has hydration monitoring, stress reminders. You can track a variety of activities and workouts like swimming, yoga, running, HIIT workouts. You can track your basic metrics like your steps, your floors climbed, your calories burned. You could also download music on here, guys, through Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer. You can also download your own music on here, and it can hold up to 650 songs and more, guys. But as you can see, I'm definitely running out of space here. These are definitely some of the most important, I think. All right, guys, so comment below. Let me know what you think about this watch, about the design, the features, the price, everything like that. So now I'm going to show you guys the display indoors and outdoors. So right now, this is a display under some lighting here. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to read indoors. I do have the auto brightness turned on. With this watch in particular, I find that if the brightness is too low, it's hard to read in bright lighting or outdoors in the sunlight. So I definitely would recommend turning on your auto brightness here. So once again, this is the display indoors, and now I'm going to show you what it looks like outside. So I was able to catch like a rare sunny day in the winter in Canada. So you guys are seeing the display right now outdoors, and it's pretty easy to read in the sunlight, guys, in my opinion. It does have a 1.3-inch display, and on the display here we can see there are some time markers. I think they look pretty nice. We have 3 buttons on the side. On the bezel here, it's kind of smooth on the top, but it has this braided design going along the side. Coming over to the back, it does have metal on the back here, stainless steel. And we have our Elevate heart rate sensor, Elevate 4. I think it definitely looks pretty nice. We have our speaker, we have our mic. And then this watch does have standard 20mm quick release band, so you can definitely find some like compatible ones on like Amazon, aftermarket ones for sure. And on the band here, we do have that kind of diamond pattern. I really like this. I showed you guys this on like my Vivo Active 4S, so we've seen it on the Vivo Active 4, Vivo Active 4S. It's also on the Garmin Venu 2 and 2S, and I really like the look of it personally, so I'm glad that Garmin kind of kept that with this watch. Alright guys, so this watch has a quoted battery life of up to 9 days as a smartwatch, or 10 days with battery saver on. And if you do have, GPS on, GPS with music, the battery life differs as well, which I have on screen for you guys. So with my uses, which you can see on screen, things like GPS walks and runs, daily alarms, timers, and more, I've gotten on average 7 days of battery life out of this watch. So it's definitely pretty good. You only have to charge it once a week, and that's fantastic for me, especially when you compare this to a lot of other smartwatches on the market that you have to charge daily. So I actually really love the battery life here. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go into like a little bit of a demo of the speaker here so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So I'm just going to turn it off because when you turn the watch on, it makes a funny little sound. And it does do different sounds as well, different tones and kind of sounds for different activities and things on the watch. So I'm going to turn it on right now, guys. So that's what it sounds and looks like when it turns on. Of course you can play your music on here, guys. Because of copyright reasons, I'm not really going to play music, but I'm just going to show you guys some sounds so you can hear what the sounds sound like. So if I were to do, for example, a yoga workout, like animated workouts, as you start the workout and throughout the workout, you do hear sounds. So I'm going to start that now for you guys. So this is the start of the workout. You heard the sound it made. And this is what the animated workouts actually look like, guys. So that's just an example, guys. I set an alarm for 1 minute so you guys can hear what that sounds like. And with the alarms, you do have an option to just do the tone or tone and vibration for your kind of alarms to wake up with. So I like having the options there. So that's what it sounds like, guys. Of course, you can also, make phone calls on it. All right, guys, so if you wanted to place a phone call, what you have to do is, you could just kind of like use your voice assistant and be like, hey, call so-and-so. But if you want to do it the other way, you could just click the phone button and then you can literally just type in whatever number you want to call. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and place a call now so you can hear what it sounds like on here. Hey, what's up? I was just testing out the call-in on my on one of the watches I have.
Okay, yeah, it's a little tinny, but it's fine. I can hear you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it up to my face. Is it louder now?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'll talk to you later. Good luck with your video.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And there's an example of calling, guys. So as you guys can hear, the quality was pretty good. I was able to hear him, he was able to hear me. So honestly, if you're gonna use this for phone calls, I don't think you're gonna have any issues at all. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna show you how to use this watch. I'm gonna go over all the basics here. So the first thing you can do is to obviously wake up the screen. So the first option you have is clicking a button. You could really click any of these buttons here, and the screen is going to wake up. Another option you have is if you have the gestures turned on, which is basically, if you take the watch on your wrist and you raise it towards your face, it will wake up as well. Once the screen is woken up, guys, you can choose to, look at all your basic metrics. So you can swipe up and move down. And then if you want to, swipe right and you go back. And then at the home screen, we could swipe down. And it's the same thing, it's just kind of opposite order. And this button back here is a back button. And if you hold this button as well, guys, you open up all your settings. So we can change our watch faces, clocks, and then clicking on that, we can see a bunch more here, guys. And then if you click on any of these, you could really just go into more in depth into that information there. And once again, you can swipe right to go back, or you can click this to go back as well. So the button in the middle here, if I click that once, that's gonna open up my shortcuts. So for me, that's alarms. And then if you hold the button, it's gonna open up your voice assistant. So you do need your Bluetooth on to connect, guys. So now you can ask it whatever you want. What time is it?
It's 15:44.
And you could obviously ask it whatever you wanted to, but you know, it's nice having that option here. And then if we press this button up here, we're gonna open up our activities to work out. And I'm gonna go through and show you all the ones that are on here right now. And you can always go ahead and add things to your shortcuts if you want to. If you go ahead and hold this top button up here, guys, you're gonna open up your control panel, the shortcut here. And you can customize these as well, you know, take things off, put them on. All right, guys, so that's the basics of how to use this watch. I definitely do think it's pretty straightforward, so I do like that here. Also, if we look at the interface on the Phoenix series here, and then on the Venu 2S, they do all have the same interface here. So that's something I really like. It's very easy to kind of navigate through and use. In my uses, guys, when we are talking about sleep tracking, I think Garmin has been a bit off in sleep tracking for a long time. You're not gonna get as accurate metrics as you are with a Fitbit. I find that it's fairly accurate, but when it comes to time awake, it's definitely off, and then it kind of compensates and puts time awake in usually like your light sleep. It definitely provides you with a helpful metric that you can use to see how good your sleep was. And I find a lot of the time the messages they give you are pretty accurate. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna get into women's health. And you know, if you're a male or someone else who doesn't wanna see this, you can use my timestamps in the description and skip to the next section. For women's health monitoring, guys, there is a widget that you can download. I have the menstrual health monitoring, but you can also download pregnancy monitoring as well. Going into it on here, we can see the day in your cycle. And then if you click on the plus sign here, you can track your symptoms, your mood, your discharge, ovulation day, any sexual activity, sex drive, and your period day. So if it's not picking up that your period started, you just go ahead and click that. So now I'm gonna show you guys all the options for symptoms that you can, you know, click on and monitor. So if you have any of these, you can go ahead and just click something and then click done. And you can go ahead and track your mood. And I love that there's a wide variety of moods here because, you know, we're not always just happy or sad all the time. And then discharge, ovulation day. So if you know if you're ovulating, you could write that and it will be tracked on your watch. And I'm going to show you guys the rest here as well. And then when you are on your period, you can also track your flow intensity. Anything that you put in is going to show up here. And you can also see this on the Garmin Connect app, which I have on screen for you guys. It's a very similar layout, and you could track everything in your watch or on your phone. And once you sync your phone, it's going to show up on both spaces. So I do find this very helpful, guys. It helps me monitor all my different symptoms, and you can use this every day, not just when you're, you know, on your period, to track your daily mood and any symptoms that you are feeling. And there is period prediction on the Garmin Connect app, and it is pretty accurate, guys. I usually find that it's pretty spot on, but if it is, you know, off at all, you could always go ahead and edit that in the app there. All right, guys, so the Venu 2 Plus here does have some great watch faces. So these are all the preloaded watch faces that came on it when I got it. And there are some similar ones with the Venu 2 and 2S that do come on both watches. There are some exclusive ones that are just on the 2 Plus here. For example, this one's definitely a Venu 2 Plus exclusive. And we do have animated watch faces if you want to, you know, turn them on, like this one, for example. All right, guys, so the GPS on this watch is pretty good, and I find that when I go outside, it takes about maybe 10 seconds or so or less to connect. So that's something I do like. Another thing about the GPS is that I find that it's very reliable here. When you're outside, I've never had dropped connection. It's constant, and when I go back home and I check kind of the data, seeing, you know, my route, it is very accurate as well. So that's something that I really do like about this watch. All right, guys, so considering the price, the quality, the color, the functionality, the fitness tracking accuracy, the durability, the ease of use, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this a 9.5 out of 10. And I definitely do give it a thumbs up. All right, guys, so I do want to let you know that I'm going to be coming out with some comparisons soon. So I'm going to be comparing the Garmin Venu 2 Plus here to the Venu 2S. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be dropping on a Tech Tuesday soon. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you're not missing my videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.